Mm. You hurt me, you just didn't care. I used to think maybe I wasn't explaining it right. Maybe if I found the perfect words, we'd be alright. So I rewrote my feelings 1,000 different ways, trying to make my pain easier for you to face. I softened my tone, I chose my timing with care. Waited for moments when the air felt clear. I tried being patient, calm, understanding too, because I wanted connection, not a fight with you. But every conversation seemed to end the same. My hurt became a burden, my knees became blame. And somehow I always left carrying the weight of things you never wanted to validate. I spent so much time wondering what I missed, looking for misunderstanding where none existed, until one day a truth landed hard and clear. You heard every word, I just wasn't a priority to hear. I kept changing the message when the problem wasn't the message at all. I kept searching for better language while my heart was quietly taking the fall. You heard me, you just didn't care. Every cry for help was hanging in the air. I wasn't invisible, you knew I was there. You heard me, you just didn't care. And that's the part that hurt the most. Not confusion, not distance, not letting go, but realizing all along you were aware. You heard me, you just didn't care. I remember all the nights I explained my fears, trying to make sense of the tears, telling you exactly what was breaking me down, only to watch your attention leave the room. You'd nod your head like you understood, say all the things that sounded good, but nothing changed after the words were done. And eventually promises became another form of none. I started questioning myself again. Maybe I was too emotional, too sensitive then. Maybe expecting care was asking too much. Baby, love was supposed to feel this rough, but deep inside I knew something wasn't right. Love shouldn't require begging every night, and being understood means very little in the end if understanding never turns into action again. You knew exactly where it hurt, you just never chose to stay there with me. And that kind of loneliness feels worse than someone who simply doesn't see. You hurt me, you just didn't care. Every cry for help was hanging in the air. I wasn't invisible, you knew I was there. You hurt me, you just didn't care. And that's the part that hurt the most. Not confusion, not distance, not letting go, but realizing all along you were aware. You hurt me, you just didn't care. There's a special kind of grief that comes from this, not being ignored but being dismissed, knowing someone understands your pain completely and still choosing not to meet it meaningfully. I wasn't asking you to fix every scar or carry every piece of my heart. I just wanted to know that when I spoke, the words mattered enough not to be smoke. Instead I became an expert at repeating myself, explaining wounds, explaining my mental health, explaining why certain things cut so deep, while you acted like concern was something cheap. And slowly I stopped sharing altogether, not because I healed, not because I got better, but because rejection gets exhausting after a while. And silence starts looking safer than another trial. That's when I lost something important inside, not my voice but my belief that if I spoke honestly enough, someone would finally meet me underneath. You hurt me, you just didn't care. Every cry just didn't care. But here's what I know now. My needs were never too much. My feelings were never too heavy. My heart was never too difficult to touch. The right people won't need endless explanations. They won't treat vulnerability like an inconvenience. And they won't call love communication while ignoring everything communication reveals. I spent years thinking I needed to speak better, when really I needed to be heard better. And those are not the same thing at all. Now when I look back, I don't feel the same anger, just sadness for the version of me that stayed there, trying to earn care from someone who had already decided that my pain wasn't something worth standing beside. I see how hard I worked to be understood, how often I gave more than I should. And for the first time, I don't blame myself for wanting emotional help. Because needing care isn't weakness or neediness. It's part of being human, part of consciousness. And anyone who makes you feel guilty for that is teaching you abandonment disguised as fact. So now I'm learning something beautiful and rare. Just because you didn't care doesn't mean I wasn't worth caring for. It only means you couldn't give what I was asking for. You hurt me, you just didn't care.